Good afternoon. It's Friday, June 2nd, and 12 noon. Trying to get this microphone positioned properly. So how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to give a lesson, actually based off a question and an observation from the shorts category here on YouTube on this channel. So it has to do with capoing of the guitar, and some of the shapes that came up look like other chord shapes. And someone asked, why are these chords named wrong? And I mentioned, well, because of where they're played on the fretboard, you get the letters of the chords that spell the chord in that location. So even though the chord looks like one chord you would play without a capo, when you capo the guitar at a certain fret location, the letters change depending on where you are and where the capo is. So that's the deal that I want to kind of get into today with just discussing a lesson, basically, and also some updates on things that are coming up. I might try to do a screen share and show you a couple things. I have a posting that's coming up very soon. I just did the bumper for it. It's based on Guitar Journeys, which is a series that I'm trying to develop and make a regular feature here on the channel, rather than just posting, guitar lesson videos and that sort of thing. Just change this positioning real quick. Rather than just posting lessons constantly, I want to get into more features on the channel. So the Guitar Journeys first episode may be a podcast post. So I'm not 100% sure that I'll go that direction, but I could still go that direction if I want to. I have the option to post it as a regular long form video or do it as a podcast. So I may actually include the video I'm going to put up very soon is going to be probably either one. It'll be like a long form video, regular post, or in a podcast format. So, and then when you see this video, if you join the live stream, you'll hear everything in real time, of course. I'm going to screen share if I can. Let's see if I can find the screen share portion on this. Let's see if I can even do it. I don't know if I can do it or not. So what I might have to do is, I may have to see if I can screen share your customization. I don't know if I can do it actually with this. So what I'll do probably is just do a regular post on this subject as well. Just trying to see if I can actually change. No, I want to get rid of that. I want to see if I can pop out chat. Nope. Huh. That's interesting. Well, I never tried to do a screen share on this before, so manage. No, it's not working. Okay, well, I'm gonna grab the guitar and I'm gonna basically put up because I just realized too that on Zoom. Usually when I do my videos, I post them on. I don't post them, but I create them using Zoom, and then I put them out once they're edited. I share the content that way. So let me just double check and nope. Okay, so okay, top chat. All right, cool. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just grab the guitar real quick. Excuse me. All right. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So the idea with the first post that I put up, it's basically in the capoed guitar portion of the series on using a capo. It's a brand new chord series, and I'm on number 3 right now. So I covered the key of C, covered the key of G, and the key of D. So those are the 3 at the moment that are up that you can view. So the idea with playing in the key of C is once you capo up at the 5th fret, so you get different letters of the alphabet. We get A on the 6th string, we got a D on the 5th string, a G on the 4th string, we got a C on the 3rd string, we got an E on the 2nd string, and a high A on the 1st string. Excuse me. So all the letters are from the key of C major. So C major has all natural notes. So if I go through the C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that's going to be the scale. So there it is. That's your C major scale played starting on the 6th string at the 8th fret. So when you go to play a C chord, we get all the letters that are in the C major chord at 5th fret. So we get C, E, and G. So I have a C here. And if I did the screen share, you could see all this stuff. But I just, like I said before, I just realized I'm not on Zoom. So a screen share on this, just using the webcam is not available. So C, E, and then we have a G on the 4th string, a C. So there's your C chord on the bottom. If I try to get this down a little bit lower if I can. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay. I mean, it's better. Yeah. So that's the bottom half of the C chord. And as you go on to the next string, the B string in this case, we have an E and then fretting the high C note right there. So that looks like a G chord, but it's actually a C chord. Again, because of the positioning of the capo, what the letters are underneath. So we get the G shape, which gives us a C chord in this location. Okay. Next chord is this one, F chord. So we got an F right there, which would be normally, if you didn't have the capo, F would be at the 8th fret on the A string. So we have an F, we have an A, and the C. Then we have another F, and then an open A. So actually, it's a little out of tune. Yeah, like that. Now, when you tune the guitar with a capo, there's a couple of little things to keep in mind. Once you tune the guitar, just give it a little push, right where the sound hole is. Just give it a little squeeze, not squeeze, but kind of push the strings down to the fretboard and double check, make sure the tuning sounds decent. Okay, so we did the C chord with the capo at 5th fret, the F chord, and then the G chord looks like a D chord, but in fact, it is a G chord. So we have that note there, which is the G, the root. Then we have a D on the 3rd string, a G on the B string, and another B up on the E string. But you'll say, hey, that looks like a D chord. Well, that's the shape of the D chord as we know it without using a capo. But in fact, when you group the letters together that are located here, that's where you get the D chord from. Okay. Oh, F sharp, excuse me. F sharp on the 2nd string. So, actually, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. C chord, F chord, G chord. There's no F sharp, excuse me. So scratch that, flip it. So what I had said the first time is proper for the chord. Get a D, an A, D, and A note on top. So I'm saying, now I'm getting confused. It's the G chord. It's around G chord. So G, then you have your D chord, D note, excuse me, another G, and a B. Sorry. So I'm getting confused now. So as you can see, so let me just pop this up a little bit. So that's the deal with the capoing. It can be confusing, as you can plainly hear. So, but the idea is that if you have one guitar that's playing the chords, doing those kinds of chords, and then a G chord that way, back to the C chord, you can have someone else or yourself play along with that, Okay, so that's a really nice thing to be able to have in your arsenal. And I'll do a proper lesson on this, by the way, too. So even though I'm doing a live stream at the moment, I'll do an actual lesson on this, and you'll get to see the fretboard. And if I do another live stream, because I'm doing the live stream with my webcam right now, so I'm probably going to do a different thing with the software for streaming, so you'll get a proper stream with shared screens and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, I'll probably do a proper lesson just based on what I just did right now, explaining it in more detail with the fretboard view. Because if I try to share the screen now, you're not going to see anything. I'll see it, but you won't see it. So this feature, by the way, with the using the webcam for a live stream was not available on my channel for a while, which is kind of weird. I talked about this a while back on my last live stream, that the feature was somehow not enabled or disabled, or it wasn't working. So I'm glad it's back, because I want to kind of jump on on occasion, and then eventually on a regular basis to kind of talk about what's happening, what's coming up for the channel, which is what I'll do right now. So I have Guitar Journeys, which is about to air. The very first episode I did, the pilot lesson was with me. So what I might do is perhaps include that in the chat here. The episode that I did, if I can get, oops, that's not good. I don't know if I can even get to it. Let's see if I can kind of, that's me right now. So what I'll do is I'll include it in the description. That's what I'll do, because I don't have the screens accessible at the moment. But let me just try this real quick and see if I can get it. Move this up, excuse me. Okay, let's see if I can get hold of it over here. So the idea is that, like I mentioned before earlier, is that I want to include more and more things with this channel, not just doing here's Guitar Journeys. Let's get the link for that. Copy. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back. Sorry. And I'll include that. So if you happen to jump on the chat while I'm still, here live, let's do this. There we go. It's in there. So you can check out the live video of that. And not the live video, I'm sorry, not the live video, but the Guitar Journeys pilot episode is the one I did, talking about my own experience with starting out the 5 questions that I ask everybody. And that's what you're going to see in the very first episode. I'm not going to reveal who was on the first episode. It's pretty cool. He's somebody that plays with a pretty well-known guitar player. He has a very interesting story. And he does his own music. And then, of course, he's the rhythm guitarist for this band that's out in South America right now on tour. So they just got down there. Right now it's June 2nd at 12:11 in the afternoon on Friday. So he's down in South America, I think just right about now. And so he had a great story, very inspirational, a lot of positivity, which is something that I brought up in the very beginning of the episode. That's something we can actually use more of, is more sort of value creation, putting things out there into the world that create benefit for people with what I do, hearing the stories of other people. And the idea was to kind of have that be a point of relation for yourself, when you see the episode, like seeing yourself in other people's stories is what I was going for. And that's really the key component to the Guitar Journeys episodes, is that, seeing yourself and somebody else and what they go through, where they are, where they came from, all these things. And it's going to pretty much sort of span the globe in terms of experience. People who are, touring musicians, people who are guitar teachers, people who are just playing or just started playing guitar and they've been at it for a little bit. So this could be a wide spectrum of experiences with this particular series on Guitar Journeys. So I'm really excited about that. Another segment that's coming up is going to be It's a Riff Life. I've been threatening to do this for a while, and that's going to be another long form type of video, which is I want to start incorporating more of those. I started out doing more of those kind of videos in the beginning of this channel, and then I've been going ape with the shorts. So which is, I want to build that up and do different things there. So it's high time for the longer form content. So that's all on the way. Guitar Journey is just the start of that. And then something just came up on screen. That's something that I'm really heart set on, is getting the longer content together, and I'm doing different things with different software to create some interesting things over time. So some of that's going to be on the first, excuse me, some of that's going to be on the first episode of Guitar Journeys, bringing it back to that. So who do we have on today? I see somebody's on here. Okay. Anyway, so that's the thing that I want to share with you today, is that little short lesson on capoing at the 5th fret in the key of C major, seeing those chords, the way they were shaped, really is something that can be confusing to look at, but it's all done based on the music alphabet A through G. And I'm really big on that. I have a lot of videos here on that subject, Guitar GPS is called. In fact, I'm going to actually go to one of them right now. I'm going to share a video. It's called Guitar GPS. Where is E? Copy that and send it over. All right. So that's another one that, I started out doing with, and actually they're kind of short, believe it or not. All right. So there it is right there. That's one. So the Guitar GPS is a series that you'll see here on the channel. And by the way, the channel is growing in terms of subscribers, and thank you very much. I probably should have mentioned that in the very, very, very beginning. Thank you so much for joining up. I really appreciate it. And it's it's a growing situation, which I'm very happy about. I have so much stuff that I want to share with you guys. It's really pretty cool. So again, the longer form videos are going to be the big part of what you'll see changing. The shorts are still going to continue. In fact, I've been doing a lot of the chord pairs. I think a lot of you guys like the chord pairs, just the chords that are just two on screen with a little music behind it. I think as of today, I just shared a video in the shorts. It is on 2 power chords in drop D tuning. So you'll see drop D tuning. Where is it at? Yeah, I just put it up just a moment ago. Drop D chord pair number 3, G5 to C sharp 5. So you'll probably hear it in a second. Right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that up as well. So that's the most recent video in the shorts. So you'll see that too. You can go and check it out. And that's gonna be a continuing series as well. So that's number 3. So G5 and drop D tuning to C sharp 5. So the D the drop D tuning is where you take the low E string and you bring it down to a D. And while we're on the subject of guitar lessons, I'll just give you a quick one right now on that tuning. I'm using acoustic guitar, as you can plainly see. So to get to drop D tuning, there's 2 ways you can do it. You could use a guitar tuner, of course. So what I could do is play my open strings, my low E string and my D string. Just simply go clockwise to lower your string on the 6th string. Okay, and you can use a guitar tuner. I didn't use it, but I have my little snark tuner here. So if you don't have a tuner and you want to do the drop D tuning, that's basically how it's done. Right now I'm playing just a D5 chord. Oh, something's out of tune. Pesky. So to get to the G5 chord, it's going to be, and in fact, the way I voiced it in the chord diagram for that short is we have a G, a D, and a G, which is also part of that capo situation from earlier when I used the capo. There's a G right there. So the 2 notes of G5 are G and D. And then I included another D right there. So I have 2 Gs, 2 Ds. And then C sharp 5 is here. So it sounds really almost sounds like Black Sabbath from Black Sabbath. So you got this tritone relationship between the first note and then the next one. So that's the tritone. It's the sharp 4, the flat 5, depending on how you look at that interval, it's still a tritone. So if you want to really sort of menacing, I'm doing it on acoustic, of course, but with guitar distortion, or guitar clean, electric guitar with an effect on it, you could do whatever you want to the sound. I didn't give any playing direction for that short. Typically with the chord postings, I don't. What's nice about that too is that little descending figure when you go between both chords. So that's kind of a nice little voice leading thing in there. Sorry, my head's chopped off. So that's the chord scene for the 3rd installment in the drop D chord pairs. So that's a really cool thing. So I have a lot of those things coming up. I'm really kind of going kind of crazy with the chords. I do continue with the fretboard type of post too, labeling the fretboard. So I guess I'm giving you a little tour about what's going on with the channel, basically. But the main thing I want to cover in the very beginning is that little guitar lesson using the capo, because that's something that came up in the questions, which is great. I'm glad people, excuse me, I'm glad you guys are interacting more on the channel. And I always threaten to do a video lesson on a certain topic or a question. So feel free to keep on commenting, and let me know in the videos that are already here. And there's tons. I mean, I'm up to, I think 600 and where am I actually in terms of yeah, nice going. I don't even know my own channel. So, but I'm going crazy. I mean, I have my own students today. I'm off, but yeah, I'm up to 704 videos right now. So there's a lot here to look at, a lot to go through and check out. So yeah, chords are going to be on the regular. The pairs of chords, I shared this in the community tab. If you go to my community tab, I did a post on this last night or the day before. And excuse me, I'm not really quite with the world at the moment. Okay, so I have my live stream announcement. The chord pairs, yeah, that was yesterday. So all right, it says chord pairs. I will be posting them every day in the shorts portion of the channel. I will continue the other chord posts there too, but the pairs seem to be what everyone likes. So I'm going to continue doing that because they are, pretty highly viewed. Name that tune. There's new songs being posted for that. I'll probably do one a little bit later on today, so you'll see that. That's going to be again. I have some older postings that I've been sharing. I've been doing compilation postings on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So if you're looking to see a bunch of stuff posted, that's a good day to come, Saturday and Sunday. I have a lot of the compilation bits, sort of summing up the week, any of the new chords that come up. I compile those together, put them together in a video, and you've seen them if you've been checking out the shorts here, as most of you have been. You'll see all that stuff. So there's nothing brand new with that. So a lot of it's kind of what you've been seeing. So I'm kind of reiterating and also reminding. And if you like this video too, feel free to like and subscribe. And the live stream thing, like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I want to keep that as a regular thing. So I'll try to do those on Fridays. Fridays is pretty quiet in terms of teaching. So that's a good day for me to do it, even though it's kind of in the middle of the day and everyone's working. So if you can't join on a live scene, it'll be here regardless on the channel. So, and then the podcast feature is available here. So I'll probably do something with that. And like I mentioned before, Guitar Journeys may be the first type of video that will be sort of viewed as a podcast. We'll see, but I'll keep an eye and I'll try to do both avenues to see which one kind of gets up and going, and then maybe I'll to decide upon that, depending on how many views it gets, whether it's going to be a podcast feature or just a regular playlist video type of thing. So that's the deal with all that's new to share, and with a little lesson thrown in there too. A couple of lessons with the tuning of the low E string down to D. That's why they call it drop D. I'm sure if you've been playing for a while, you probably already know this, how to get to drop D. Tuner, of course, is the fastest way to do it. But if you don't have a tuner and you want to go and do your tuning to get to that note, E being dropped down to a D, you're dropping the E string down a whole step. That's how you get there. I usually either fret the 5th fret on the A string and then play those two strings together because they're adjacent, or like you saw me before, I was skipping a string, just going right to the open 4th string, the D string, playing that, and then spreading out those two notes by an octave, the 6th string down to a D to match the octave higher note, which is the D string, string 4. That's the deal with that. So that's pretty much, I think, in terms of a live thing I can share with you. I didn't really highly announce this, but I think what I'll do with live streams is I'll try to do these on Fridays, being that Friday is kind of quiet. I'm for me anyway, I'll probably make an announcement, maybe, maybe I'll try to do an announcement within the next day or two on when the next one's going to be. And again, try to keep it like a regular feature. Doing like a short lesson using the acoustic guitar. I have my electric guitars behind me, as you can see. So I'll be doing some stuff with those. I mean, I do a lot of stuff with the acoustic guitar just because it's quick and easy in a way. I don't have to plug things in and hook the pedal board up and all that sort of thing. Even though it's not that big a deal, but I'll try to do some lessons each time I do a live stream, and then be able to answer some questions, demonstrations, all kinds of stuff. So, and then again, check out the videos, make comments. And again, your comments could be featured as a video lesson at some point, whether it's done live. I may do this with OBS next time, even though I'm doing it through my webcam using the YouTube thing. I may actually go and do OBS or something like that, and have more stuff on screen just to make it a bit more interactive and more stuff to look at. Totally slipped my mind that oh yeah, I'm not on Zoom, so sorry about that. So I was hoping to share some screen type stuff with you, but definitely on the next one, and definitely on the next long video posting, which will be based on the capoing. So that'll probably be the next video that I actually will put up today. So stay tuned for that. All right. So, Anyway, I'm going to call it. It's about 25 minutes in here, so I'm going to wrap it up. And enjoy the video. Again, feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you hear on this live stream. And we will talk again soon. See you on the next video. Take care. Bye.